Well, this is an 8-foot fluorescent light fixture that I have in my garage. It's twin bulbs, and for some reason on the video the bulb that's closest to the camera appears to be lit, but in real life it is flat out. So I'm going to take this opportunity to upgrade to some LED bulbs in this 8-foot fixture. I'm going to be using the Commercial Electric 4-foot and 8-foot LED retrofit kit. This is pretty nifty. Basically what I'm going to be doing is swapping out the fluorescent tubes with these LED tubes. Inside the box you'll find 4 LED tubes, some bracketing, and if you're going to be replacing 4-foot bulbs, you won't need this center bracket. That's for the if you're going to combine 2 sets of 4-footers to make 2 8-footers, and then you also have the electrical pieces that the tube is going to plug into. So basically you're going to have to do some removal on the fixture, and then the retrofit is going to be installing these connectors right here and the brackets for them. And then it also comes with some self-drilling screws to put the brackets into your fixture. These pieces just fit in here. Then for the center one, they're going to go back to back. And you just wiggle these apart, and we're almost ready to install after I do some disassembly on the original fixture. These LEDs are only powered through the center, or through one end, so what I'm going to do is wire up these center pieces together, and to do that you have to jumper them. Now the kit doesn't include any wiring, so I'm just going to scavenge some of the wires that I just jerked out of the fixture from the ceiling, but basically the wire just pokes in there. Whoops. It just pokes in there. It's pretty straightforward. There we go. Just push it in until you hear it click. This side's ain't good. And I'm just going to jumper all 4 of these together and then get ready to put it up in the fixture. These have grooves cut into them depending if you have a 4-inch or a 5-inch fixture. I have a 5-inch, so I'll be bending it on this groove right here. I have my brackets sitting in the light. They're just pressed in there right now. I don't have any fasteners holding them in place, but it's tight enough they're hanging by themselves, and I'm gonna just have them kind of in there like that, and I'm gonna get up there with a light bulb and make sure I have my distances correct before I permanently fasten these to get into the fixture. There's a decal on one end that tells you which side is supposed to be powered, and you're probably going to figure that out pretty quick if you try to power the wrong end, but anyhow, that's on there. And here's a little install tip for you. It comes with these self-tapping drill bits, but if you're installing the retro kit while the light is still hanging from the ceiling, do yourself a favor and use a little tape to hold this in place while you drill holes around the fixture, because these brackets will want to vibrate out. And then the other thing is, use another drill with a real small metal bit on it to make a pilot hole, because this aluminum is super slippery, and I probably picked up one of that guy right there about 15 times, and then I just went and made a hole with the drill, and then came back with that guy later. So save yourself some aggravation. And the other thing is, you're going to get a channel lock or something like that and use it to hold this bracket in place while you drill through, because this piece is so thin it just bends as soon as any pressure is applied to it from the side. So just get those things ready if you're going to put this in and save yourself. So I had a little mistake. I accidentally dropped this light and it fell right on that tip that needs to be powered up. So I could have, if it had hit the other side, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But I got to figure out if I can figure out a way to put this back together. The light strip seems okay. It's just the tube broke. It's just a plastic tube. And good news is, at least it wasn't like, if it had been a fluorescent light, that would have been a huge mess. But as it was, it's just cracked, and hopefully I can still salvage this piece. All right, I used a little bit of the handyman secret weapon. Got that light back in place. Ooh. And pardon for the lens flare there, but nice and bright. That's the old fluorescent light. It's much yellower. The camera is kind of, well, you can see that's a little bit brighter before the camera tones it down, but you don't have any of the flicker you get with the fluorescent light. Yeah, I like it a lot.